Hello, little explorers. Today we're going to meet Leela, a very curious little bunny who lived in a beautiful green meadow. Lila had long, soft ears and loved discovering new places. One morning, while hopping through the forest, Leela found a very colorful sign that read, "Welcome to Never Sleep City, the city that never rests." Lila got super excited. How fun, she thought. A city where I can play all night long. When she arrived in the city, Lila couldn't believe what she saw. There were bright lights everywhere. Traffic lights were blinking, stores were open, and there were people walking in the streets. "This is incredible. This is incredible," Lila shouted, jumping with joy. But something strange was happening. The first man Leela met yawned so loudly he almost fell down. "Good morning, sir," said Lila cheerfully. "Good morning, ooh. I don't even know what day it is," replied the man, dragging his feet. At the bakery, the baker was so tired that he dropped all the bread. "Oh no!" cried the baker. "I dropped them again. I can't concentrate." Lila thought this was very strange. In the park, Leela saw some children trying to play, but something wasn't right. "I can't run," complained one child. "I'm too tired, and I can't remember the game rules," cried a little girl. All the children looked sad and had no energy. The drivers were honking their horns because they got confused on the streets. "I don't remember which way to go," shouted one. "I'm too tired to drive," said another. What a mess! Lila began to understand what was happening. The city that seemed so fun at first was actually full of very, very tired people. Nobody could do their jobs well. Nobody could play happily, and everyone was grumpy. "I know what's wrong," exclaimed Lila. "Everyone needs to sleep. At my home in the meadow, my mum always tells me that sleeping is super important to be happy and have energy." Leela climbed up to the fountain in the city center and shouted, "Attention, dear friends of Never Sleep City. I have something very important to tell you." Everyone approached, dragging their feet. "You need to sleep," said Lila with a big smile. "Ah, we don't sleep. We're the city that never sleeps." But Lila didn't give up. "Let me teach you something special," said Leela, and she began to sing a very beautiful lullaby. "Close your little eyes, little heart. The moon will watch over you with its glow." What a surprise! While Lila sang, people began to yawn and feel relaxed. "What a pleasant feeling," whispered a lady. "I haven't felt like this in years," said a child. Lila taught them relaxing routines. "First, walk slowly and breathe deeply," she told them. "Then, stretch your arms up and down very gently." Everyone followed Lila's instructions. "Now, sit in a circle and think of beautiful things," continued Lila. "Imagine flowers, fluffy clouds, or a hug from someone who loves you very much." People began to smile for the first time in years. Little by little, the whole city became quiet. The lights dimmed gently, the horns stopped honking, and for the first time in a very long time, all the inhabitants of Never Sleep City went to sleep. The next morning, Leela woke up to the sound of birds singing. How different the city looked! People were walking with energy, smiling and greeting each other. "Good morning, dear Lila," shouted the baker. "I made the most delicious bread of my life." The children were running and playing in the park, laughing and inventing new games. The drivers drove carefully and patiently. "What a beautiful day," they said. "I feel great after sleeping so well." The doctors, teachers, and workers did their jobs perfectly. The whole city organized a big celebration to thank Lila. "Thank you, little bunny," everyone shouted. "You helped us remember something very important." The mayor of the city gave Lila a special medal for teaching us that sleeping is not a waste of time, but the secret to being happy, creative, and enjoying each day to the fullest. Lila returned to her meadow with a heart full of joy. She had learned that helping others made her very happy. And from that day on, the city changed its name to Sweet Dreams City, and they all lived happily ever after. Remember, little friends, sleeping well helps you be happy, learn better, play more fun, and be more creative. So tonight, when it's time to sleep, remember Lila and have sweet dreams.